Hello, everyone. My name is Richard Lewis Brown, and today is July 3rd, 2021. And as you know, we're on the 4th of July weekend. I hope everyone is excited and having fun with their family and friends. So I just did a live video. As you can see, my camera was turned sideways. And someone said they wanted to talk to me. And I said, you know what? Come on. Someone. And we're going to have a live conversation because, you know, I'm a live type of person. And sometimes I make mistakes. I'm not, tech savvy. But, I didn't want to, talk to the staff. So I see. Hi, Trisha. How are you?
Good. How are you, Richard?
I'm doing good. I took a chance on the
I'm
last.
not dressed.
Oh, don't worry about that. So I took a chance on the last video of turning the phone sideways, but I didn't get it to come out quite right. So I was really happy to talk to Kevin Menninger. So I'm glad that you sent me a message right away. And so now I've turned the phone the way I normally have it. And so I was trying to explain to people that, look, I'm not tech savvy and I don't want to call the staff right now. So I go live because I'm all about the spirit of what I'm trying to do and how we're going to create a new culture for Local 1000. So I'm going to let you go live with me and you can ask me any question you want. And as you know, I'm unscripted, unedited first. And so you talk, and then I'll try to answer you within 2 minutes, and then you take over again. And you can ask another question. How's that sound?
Okay.
So it's on you. What's your first question?
Well, as you know, I contacted you because I feel like the video was distracting, and
Okay.
a lot of people cannot concentrate, like seeing it sideways and whatever. So I appreciate you coming back online.
Okay.
There was some statements made about Kevin, and I have a hard time deciphering, and I would like to see you and Robert debate. Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing is there are a number of candidates running again for VP of bargaining. So let's count that out. The ballots went out yesterday. Kevin Menninger is a person that's running. Irene Green, who won the first election. Kim Colwert, she's running again. And Ramona Kramer and Robert Bays. Got all the names in my head now. So with that being said, there are some things that were said about the candidates when I was campaigning.
Correct.
Here's what I'll say. I stand by everything I've said during my campaign. But here's where I guess the June Gemini comes out in me.
We're both Geminis. I'm a 14.
Oh boy. I didn't know. I couldn't remember that. Okay. So here's the thing. I stand by the comments that I make. However, now that things have changed as of June 30th, I have to give the utmost respect to Kevin, Irene, Kim, Ramona, and Robert. So it doesn't really matter what I said in the campaign. If I'm going to unify the union, then I have to accept people with their character faults. So the first person
in their experience, right?
Right. So the first person that I have to accept with their character faults is myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've made statements. So whatever statement you want to ask me about, or whatever candidate you want to ask me about, I'll tell you unbiasedly because I want every candidate to have a chance to win this election. But we have to first make sure we have a clean process, and that's my biggest concern. But go ahead.
Right. No, that's good. Thank you. You addressed it.
Oh. Okay. What was your next question?
No, that's it. That's it.
Do you have any questions about this upcoming board meeting on July 6th at 6 p.m. that's going to be broadcast? It's going to be live streamed. It's going to be a Zoom link for a certain number of people. And if you can't get in on the Zoom link, you'll see it on my Facebook page, and you'll see it on the SEIU Local 1000 Facebook page and on our union's YouTube page. And I believe other people will be also streaming it as well.
I think, oh, that's another thing about the elections. Being in HR, being
Okay.
an HR employee, I feel like the message needs to get across to employees for elections to be fair and to make sure that people are receiving their mail like they're supposed to. Because of Cal Connect, because nobody really gets their pay stubs anymore because of direct deposit. Um,
Mm.
and nobody like really checks their mail. People need to be aware that they need to turn in standard 686 to update their address, because you guys in the union cannot have correct addresses unless people update their address, because you guys get the information from SEO. SEO gets the information from HR. And 90% of the time, people don't get their W 2s or election forms because they haven't updated their address with us, because everything is online now. And they don't know that we don't have their right address. So people's health benefits are getting dropped because CalPERS is sending them letters after letters, 3 letters to do the dependent verification. um, One of the calls mentioned that, you know, that's a huge problem.
You're right. And I was unaware of that. You know, making sure that your address stays correct with your agency that you work in. And then your agency has to make sure it goes to the state controller's office. And then our union, I imagine, once a month verifies these addresses. But I have to verify that.
But you know, like once a year is when people receive their W 2s, or once every 2 years, people receive election notices. So they wouldn't know. And unless they're on Facebook or unless they're looking for something, they wouldn't know we don't have their right address. You know what I mean? So
so
the
on.
message needs to get out. Like, I saw the website's open now.
Oh,
Something needs to be put out on the website and followed through with the personnel specialists across the board, that people's addresses are updated correctly.
I'm writing that down. Wait a minute. You brought up something about the website. It is open. I was supposed to say that earlier. I was supposed to have like, when I do videos, they're live. So I may have like one little idea in my head. So I was supposed to talk about the week and quote all my wins. Um, and that is a win, getting the website open. The staff said, Richard, we'll have it by July 5th. But the staff got it done faster than July 5th. And it kind of threw me off. I don't know why, but it just did. So it's really exciting that the website is open. The
Yeah,
addresses,
so Richard, if you could put the standard 686, and follow through with your personnel specialist to make sure that it gets filed, um, that would create a better voting election fairness, that there would be less return mail for ballots.
but the union wouldn't tell the state agency. The union wouldn't tell represent employees, state agency about getting that 686 in. Would we or would we?
I don't know. That's your guys' side, but
Okay.
I mean, to remind employees to update their address is
Hmm.
what the union could do to ensure fair elections.
Okay. Like, I see you, Lupe Suzuki Hernandez. So okay, I'm gonna find this out, and I'm surprised Kevin didn't mention this. Okay, so I don't know if I can bring in another person at the same time. So it's three of us.
No,
So
how do I drop off? I want to be.
okay, all right. So you can just hit here. I'll drop you off, and then I'll bring in the next person. Thank you for.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. So now we're adding Lupe Suzuki Hernandez, and Okay, you're welcome. A lot of us never got, so Becky Barros Cardoza, you should be getting your ballot this time for this election, but keep me posted if that doesn't happen. And okay, it looks like, Lupe dropped off. So it appears that Trisha made a great point about these addresses. And I'm going to look into that to see how our union really makes sure that we have the correct addresses on file. I just assumed that we did, but maybe we don't. The great thing is, yeah, I tried to bring you on, Lupe, you dropped off. I see your comment, you dropped off. So if you send me an invite again, I'll hit it again. I'll let you enter. The great thing about our staff, they brought up their website like that. They opened it up. Oh, since we're talking about the website, listen, this website's going to be amazing. No, you didn't join, Lupe. You have to send me another invite again. Okay, so the website's going to be amazing. We're going to get our numbers updated because I think there's some information that's off. We are at not 96,000. Lupe, I'm not tech savvy either. So we're not at 96,000. People, Local 1000 is at 99,938 represented employees. I'm gonna repeat that for you, number for you again. 99,938 represented employees. Hi, Lupe. How are you?
Good, thank you.
You're very welcome.
So I'm sorry I interrupted you. I didn't have a specific question. I just wanted to join your Zoom meeting to observe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But now that I have you though, welcome.
Okay. All
now
right.
I see that now you can see who I am.
Yes.
And I just want to say just real quickly, if you get to Southern Cal, please visit the DIR in Long Beach. You get a chance. That'd be very appreciated.
So can
And
I
our
ask,
DLC is I think 724, I believe.
you know what? This is a great segue for the website.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll send me an invite to your agency, and hopefully we're in July, hopefully in August. I wanted to start now because I'm going to Folsom State Prison here shortly. Our website is going to be and on the website, we're going to put up the DLC map of all 51 DLCs with the DLC presidents.
Okay.
And yeah, and then we're going to put the state agencies for each DLC. And so with the searchable link,
Perfect.
when you search for your name, you can see your work agency in that DLC. So you'll know who your DLC president is. And therefore you won't have to call the URC to ask who's your leadership for your DLC. That has to happen. It can't happen fast enough for me.
Looking forward to
But
that.
staff has reassured me that it's going to take a couple weeks, but they can get it done. That's going to be amazing. So the DLC map. And then I'll be able to, when you call and say, hey, I'm from this DLC, I'm from this particular agency, I can look online and say, okay, it's all mapped out for me. And so I don't have to ask the staff on the weekends or whatever. I can look and go myself.
Perfect.
And I think that's going to be great.
Thank you.
And I look forward to.
Yes, it is.
Okay. But saying that, I greatly appreciate it.
All right. Nice meeting you.
Oh, nice meeting you too. All right. So, and thanks, Trisha, for telling me to send her the invite. Because I'm doing this. You know, the more you practice doing this, the better you'll get. And so some days I have good days where I can just go fast, and then other days it's like a fight. And so like getting up this morning was a fight. You know, putting the miles in around the Capitol, that was a fight. You know, and then working and trying to catch up with all the emails and stuff. All right. I am really happy that this video is what I wanted to do from the very beginning, which is kind of the summary of my first week for Local 1000. I've had some setbacks. I've had some things happen that really, really make me happy. And, you know, overall, we got through the first week together and we didn't quit. We didn't give up. That means a lot to me. I haven't been able to really follow my gut on everything that I want to do. And that's why this board meeting coming up is really, really important, because my gut's telling me that certain things have to be done the way I want them done. But I have to be smart about it. And, you know, as someone sent me a text last night, you will use your words wisely, Richard. Message received. I will use my words wisely, but I'm not going to change who I am, because I got elected for a reason. And it wasn't because of my great videos. It wasn't because I was the prettiest person walking down the street. It wasn't because I was the smartest person in the room. I challenge anybody to be able to talk with the inspiration that I can give, because everyone knows, even my distractors in the union, everyone knows that I won't steal any money, and I say what I mean what I say. And so the first week, it kind of went the way I thought it was going to go. The board of directors meeting for the emergency money for the state employees, to set money aside for them so they can have a peace of mind. See, everyone's so caught up in the process about being so smart. Well, what you think about this, Richard? Did you think about that, Richard? You know, all these loopholes that they're trying to present to, quote, basically vote no on this agenda item, to set $2 million aside for our state employees in Alaskan County who are losing their jobs next year on July 1st. And so they're presenting every argument they can to give them an out to vote no. But you heard me mention in the prior video, they made a rush, an emergency rush of judgment to give our governor, well, to give SEIU State Council money to help this current governor fight his recall. And they took an official stance of being opposed to the recall, because they said it could have a monumental effect if we elect a new governor that could hurt us as a union. And that's a great argument. I've never said that wasn't a great argument. But yet, here I am showing how much I love our union and our people in our union. And I'm making a rush so that they can have a peace of mind in Alaskan County, because that whole community up there is based off those two prisons. And so I'm making this rush, a rush to judgment to help these people in need. That's what I'm doing. And it appears that, you know, the presidents, the bunk chairs, they're looking for a reason, any reason, to not vote yes. You know, they're saying that I don't have the analysis, that the budget committee hasn't submitted the analysis, you know, to them, you know, and you know, I guess 24 or 48 hours. You know, what they don't tell you is a lot of times in the prior administration, they weren't given analysis on things until the last minute, but they did things anyway. And I'm not for sure if they did an analysis on the money that went to the SEIU State Council. Maybe they did an analysis. I never heard about it. So, but you know, my whole tenure is about helping you. And you can't fake this. You can't fake sincerity. I mean, I guess you can fake in a sense. If you're in Hollywood, you're a great Hollywood actor. But you know that I'm not faking. And that's why you keep watching. And even though I may only have a few people watching right now, I don't go back and check to see how many people came back to watch later. And I have a feeling a lot of times with my videos, they don't want me to know that they're watching me. They wait till I'm done, and then I move on to something else, and then they come and watch. And I don't have a tech person running behind and run the analytics on it, because I'm not always so caught up in the numbers. This board meeting on July 6th is really important at 6 p.m. And the second part of that agenda is about the union leave. This is a hot issue. It's just two issues. The union leave for the 3 vice presidents. Right now, they only have 1 week a month. And the agenda item is to give them full-time union leave. And so I saw, I think it was Robert Bays making a comment about, you said you were going to give them full-time union leave, and now you're not, and you're disrespecting your voters. Let me send Robert Bays a clear-cut message right now. Don't talk about disrespect, or don't talk about respecting voters. Not from you. I don't want to hear that from you. I don't. I stand by what I said. Now, I've been advised to go through the policy file, even though the prior president would put people on full-time union leave for special assignment. In fact, she did that for the current VP of Organizing and Representation, Annika Wass. She put her on a special assignment, and she got a second week. So there's no reason why I can't put the VPs on a special assignment, even though they're VPs, put them on a special assignment. But, we're going to give the board the opportunity to do the right thing and to put them on full-time union leave so they can do their jobs. Now, the board may say, well, we're not going to work with you because you haven't put the bunk chairs back on full-time union leave. Let me see if I can say this to you in a very delicate fashion. The bunk chairs do an amazing job, but I also know that the bunk chairs can use state release time to do that job for their meet and converse. And our staff here, our great staff here at Local 1000, can do 90% of this work for them. I know you've heard people say, well, the bunk chairs have this inside knowledge and that they can't be replaced. I would say this to anyone living in the world today: you can be replaced. Okay? No one has the, now there are some exceptions to the rule. Steve Jobs, no, that's an exception. Okay? But there's not too many Steve Jobs walking around. The bunk chairs are telling you they must have full-time union leave, which has not always been the case throughout the years. They used to have, quote, state release time and then meet and confers. And actually, they got more things done in the past when they did that because the state was paying for it. But then we, let the state off the hook. In fact, I think it was in 2015, 2016 when only bunk chairs 1 and 4 had full-time union leave, but the other bunk chairs did not have that. And then they, quote, changed it. And it sounds like to me it was prior to 2015. It really does. Anyway, this idea that they're, quote, entitled to full-time union leave, that's just not true. Nobody's entitled to that except for the president. I sincerely hope that the bunk chairs will come on here in the next couple of days, one by one or whatever, and we can have a conversation where you're not talking to me in a condescending tone, and I'll be very professional and respectful with you. I'm being informed that the bunk chairs are not coming to the board of directors meeting next Tuesday at 6 p.m. And I'm being informed that there won't be a quorum, so nothing will get done. No quorum, no board of directors meeting. And that's a strong possibility. And if you don't like my leadership and you don't like me as a person, you think that I'm unprofessional and undignified and uncivilized and uncouth, or all of those words. Okay, I have to respect that. This is America. You're entitled to your own opinion. And I'm not going to cancel you out either. But here's what I do know. Elections have consequences. That's what I know. And, the game of life can be very interesting. If you notice today, I've been very calm. You remember during the campaign, I said, when I do professional videos, that's not really a good thing. You don't see me talking excited. And I know a lot of people think that I'm just mentally tired, haven't slept enough, haven't ate well, and I'm stressed out. I don't have to always talk so loud and in this rah-rah voice to send a message to you. In fact, I remember after the election, someone called and he had a way of talking to me that really slowed me down. And he talked so well, and he said, you know, he talked about the union like he had some type of inside knowledge. And he kept talking, and I was like, you know, I tried to interrupt, but I really couldn't because he was on a flow. And I remember asking him, you know, what did he think about Local 1000? And he said that he really, really loved the union. And that touched my heart when he said that. And I tried to, you know, make a smiling joke about it. I said, well, what do you like? You know, Pepsi or Coke? You know, Coca-Cola, whatever. And he said, well, you know, I think he said, I've been a Coke man my whole life. And I laughed about that. Because I stopped drinking sodas years ago. And he continued to talk about building alliances. I am trying to build alliances in this union. If you watch lately, I'm talking to Frank Askin. Now, everybody knows me and Frank are not on the same page. And, you know, but we've had some civilized conversations in the last few days because I'm trying to build alliances. I'm trying to build partnerships while maintaining my integrity on my 10-point platform. So people say, well, you know, how can you do it? How can you, quote, lead Local 1000? Don't break your word to your voters, because the only reason why I'm here today is because of those 2,637 voters. And, you know, how do I do that? Carefully, skillfully. You know, the real question is, you know, how did Richard win this election when no one worked with Richard to win the election? Because no one thought I could win the election. And I'm not being disrespectful to my voters, but my voters didn't think I could win. But they believed in me. And even after I won, they said, you're not going to get sworn in. I almost didn't get sworn in. That's true. You know, but I'm here. And there's a lot going on. But now we have an open website. And you're seeing open board of directors meetings. And we're not doing strategy. We're not telling the state of California our strategy. All I've simply said is we're going to have a strike fund. A big one. Every union, every labor union has a strike fund. I don't know about the political organizations. They may not have one. And everything I've said has been very straight down the line. Nothing I have said is outside my platform, outside my campaign brochure. So when people say, well, we don't really know what he's going to do, I told you my brochure what I'm going to do. I told you in 2018, and I told you in 2021. I haven't changed. I've been consistent. And I think that is what scares people. Because the person that was talking to me, he said, do you know what you've done? Has it sunk in yet? No. Because I'm still Richard. I'm still that guy at the treasurer's office. I'm still Jenny's child. So sure, this is a fantastic opportunity. But I'm still down to earth. And everything I said in those videos to win this election, I stand by. And when people criticize me for letting the staff home early, let them go home early on Friday, I accept the criticism. But I've been criticized my whole life. I never stopped. And I'm going to get things done, not in those 6 months to a year. It's not going to take me that long. Whoever's watching this video, I want you to watch me and listen to me really carefully, because I'm talking in a very calm voice. It's not going to take me 6 months to get done what I want to get done. This union, with the support of the board, we're going to create a new culture for our people, And we're going to fight for people in the workplace. We're going to do a reorganization of our staff, and it's going to work. And when people have complaints about our staff, we're going to investigate it, and we're going to get it corrected. Our represented employees, are they always right? No. Is the staff always right? No. Is Richard Lewis Brown always right? Heck no. But we're going to be right on this. And we're going to treat people with respect and dignity. And we're first, you know, when we have that in our contract about the dignity clause and the bullying clause, unfortunately, we don't have the same clauses for our staff in their contract. That will be corrected very, very soon. Very, very soon. And so there's a lot of things going on in this union. And as someone said, you know, Richard, all those internal politics, how bad is it? It's bad. It's real bad. But what do I say? Don't stop. Don't stop believing. We will never stop believing. We're going to get this done. The website's open. It's going to get a lot better. The money, the hero pay, essential worker pay, premium pay. I'm going to speak to the staff. There's two people I have to speak to about, you know, why we never received the money. If we even put in the paperwork for the money, I'm going to get those answers real soon. I'm doing 100 million things, and I'm getting help. I don't want you to think I'm working by myself. I am getting help, but there's a lot going on really quickly. All right, I'm going to stop here. If you know the other VPs who are running for office for VP of bargaining, please reach out to them, and I'm going to try to reach out to them too, and we'll do some more videos really shortly. If not tonight, tomorrow, hopefully, or even on Monday. And I spoke to Kevin Manager earlier, but you never have to worry about not having a voice with me. You will always have a voice, and I will always listen to what you have to say. I just ask you to please, yes, we can join. Please listen to me as well, and let's create this conversation. And let's move our union forward. And remember, the goal is 97%, but we got to go over 90% for our dues paying members. And so if you're saying, well, why are you working so hard? That's why you elected me, to work around the clock. Okay. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you very soon. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, July 3rd, 2021. Have a great time this weekend. Thank you.